After reviewing Justice League The Flashpoint Paradox a while back, I thought it'd be cool to start reviewing the rest of the movies in this continuity. I've seen a few, but most of them I hadn't. So let's start fixing that by reviewing the next film in the timeline in terms of release order, and one of the ones I hadn't seen yet, Justice League War. Directed by Jay Olivia and released once again direct to video a year after Flashpoint, Justice League War is kind of rebooting the League from the beginning of Flashpoint. If you didn't know, the comic run of Flashpoint acted as a reboot for DC Comics, integrating properties that DC bought, like Vertigo Comics, into the main DC universe, and changing up backstories of characters. And this movie does a similar thing, like omitting Captain Atom from Flashpoint Paradox and bringing in Shazam. As a result, we get to see a bunch of characters meeting each other for the first time. In fact, the movie starts with Green Lantern meeting Batman in Gotham and then teaming up with him to chase a parademon. Green Lantern and Batman are one of the dynamics from this film that I love. Hal Jordan is cocky and hot headed, doubting Batman's abilities and him having no powers. But Bruce is having none of it, literally stealing his ring as they approach the Mother Box at the Parademon Places in Gotham. Side note, the first parademon we see reminded me of the Batman Who Laughs, with us only being able to see his mouth for a brief period. The first act of this film is mostly spent introducing us to the characters. After Batman and Green Lantern, we see Dr. Silas Stone in Star Lab studying another Mother Box that is brought to them by the Flash. We even see Barry Allen talking to him on the phone as the Flash while walking through the halls of his day job at the Central City Police Department. And you're telling me none of the police know he's the Flash? Like, really, he's saying, hey, thanks from the Flash or whatever. Then we see Dr. Stone's son Victor at a football match, or American football, I guess. Anyway, I like how him being the team captain and organizing his teammates foreshadows his tactical mind as Cyborg. Also at the game is Billy Batson, aka Shazam! We don't know this until after Darkseid orders the parademons to invade Earth, but we do get to see Billy and Vic interact. Billy really admires Vic before and after he becomes Cyborg. Vic himself is sad that his father doesn't appreciate him, however, still enjoys what he does and is happy to help this kid that snuck into his locker room. These two build a nice little friendship over the course of the film, making it my other favorite dynamic of the movie. While this is going on, we also see Wonder Woman being a diplomat to the United States at the Capitol. People protest her at first, but she shuts them down with her lasso of truth and encourages people to feel powerful. I also found it funny how the guy she lassoed cross-dresses as Wonder Woman in secret, but hey, all the power to him. And other incarnations of Wonder Woman might have blown off this guy for being a rude man, but not this one. We also see her getting ice cream with a little girl who wants to be a superhero too, and it's so wholesome. Even Diana pulling her sword on the ice cream vendor when she asks for ice cream and when thanking him is wholesome. And icing on the cake, I like her old-fashioned dialect. She was really entertaining here, a massive step up from her lack of personality as an evil warrior queen in Flashpoint. Finally, we cut back to Batman and Green Lantern, taking the Gotham Mother Box that they identified as alien to the only alien they know of, Superman. They find him with a third Mother Box, and Clark mistakes them for allies of the Parademons. What ensues is Batman vs. Superman before Zack Snyder. And this was the point where I realized how cool the action scenes are in this movie. With Green Lantern's power ring, Superman's super speed and heat vision, and Batman's gadgets and hand-to-hand combat are all really cool. They also got some good Batman moments in general, especially with Bat stopping Superman from killing him and GL by knowing his morals and secret identity. They all decide to team up to learn more about these devices and go to an abandoned warehouse. Then the plot kicks back in, with Darkseid and Desaad sending their parademons in through boom tubes and the mother boxes. This is while Vic Stone argues with his dad, and it kinda hurts to hear how not proud of his son Silas is, despite Vic's really cool accomplishments as an athlete. In anger, Vic grabs the mother box just as the parademons are coming through. He is gravely injured, and the scientists escape with him to a safe room and attempt to save him with technology. And let me just say, I really enjoy story beats of a group being forced back into smaller and smaller locations by scary and powerful forces. It really gets adrenaline running. And holy heck, the scene of Vic becoming cyborg is anxiety inducing, and seeing him break out to fight the parademons with Flash is really cool. And these scenes are all mixed in with GL and Batman fighting parademons in Metropolis, and Superman leaving them to help save the present with the capital being under attack, meeting Wonder Woman in the process. Vic absorbs the Mother Box and uses the data to uncover Darkseid and the threat he poses to Earth, wanting to absorb all of its resources. He is picked up by Shazam, and at last the heroes team up in Metropolis, just as Darkseid comes through with his full army. There's also some pretty funny interactions with the characters as they meet each other, my favorite being,
"Oh yeah, and that's Batman."
Batman's real?
Yeah, he's over there.
Wait, what?
Now, unfortunately, I need to get into where this film begins to fall apart, the main villain. Now, Darkseid is a really intimidating and powerful force, a conqueror who has completely destroyed many planets, enslaved his own children, outsmarted the greatest minds, overpowered the strongest individuals, and seeks the anti-life equation in other incarnations, which would allow him to bend all of the universe's life to his will. However, in this movie, and I hate to say it, he's kinda just a big strong guy with few words. Heck, he could have swapped him out with most of his underling generals like Steppenwolf or some of the other powerful forces like Mongol, and it wouldn't do much different. Like, yeah, you have his Omega beams that only he can use, but where's the ferocity and manipulation that only Darkseid can show? In Justice League Unlimited, this guy comes back from the dead and even has the Legion of Doom afraid. The heroes and villains are forced to team up to save their world. Here, I don't really see it. Maybe if they got more time to flesh him and his world out a little more, it could have been better. As it is, I'm looking forward to his future appearances to maybe flesh him out more, because Darkseid is the perfect villain to be built up to, not just thrown into a random movie. Anyway, now it's climax time. The titular war against Darkseid's forces begins. What really makes this leg of the film good were the character moments rather than the action. There was the bit between Cyborg and Shazam, where Cyborg says how he has no place anymore due to his new machine parts, but after saving some civilians, Shazam says that looks like his place is among them. And once Superman is captured, we have a really cool moment between Green Lantern and Batman. These two have been at odds with each other the whole film, but here they put their differences aside. Batman shows concern for Green Lantern's broken arm and points out how they are the two most normal people there and tells him his backstory. GL is convinced to lead the team, and Batman goes to save Superman, which Green Lantern smiles at him and calls him crazy. More fun team moments with Green Lantern having trouble telling people what to do at first, but the plan forming and then working to blind Darkseid. There's also the moment where Shazam, being a kid, rushes ahead and is chastised by Wonder Woman. In some cool action scenes with some really good looking visuals, Wonder Woman gets one eye and Flash gets the other. Meanwhile, Batman breaks into Dassault's lab to save Superman. Again, really cool Batman moments. He can manipulate a very powerful and smart mind like Darkseid's right-hand man to free his ally and stealthily make it through a literal army. He then is once again pinned up against Superman and uses his ingenuity to break Superman out of Dassault's parademonization process. The two are able to make it back, and Superman can finally turn the tides, forcing Darkseid into a portal opened by Cyborg and Shazam. And in the aftermath, Cyborg finds out Shazam's identity and keeps it a secret at Billy's request, strengthening their friendship further, and the public finally accepting superheroes. Yeah, so over the course of this film, superheroes were just breaking out into the public, which is a neat change of pace from so many different franchises these days where superheroes are common things. Some final character moments at an award ceremony, and here Vic finally gets his father's approval, and the movie ends. I'd say it was a pretty good one. Definitely a great start to a new continuity after Flashpoint, with some enjoyable character moments and amazing action scenes, but not really the strongest plot and a kind of disappointing main villain. I preferred the Flashpoint Paradox, but I'm glad I watched this one, and I'm glad to see where the Justice League goes next. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you like this video and want to keep in touch for the next reviews in this DC Flashpoint Continuity movie review series thing, then like the video and subscribe with notifications on so you can see it when it comes out. as well as my other silly little videos. See you in the next one. Bye.